open SMS. I go to temperature folder. We have a run file here, and then bring SMS file. The data file is here. For temperature input, there's a data folder on the temperature. And then you can see there's a 4.41. And here we have those meteorological parameter. And air temperature, dew point temperature, and cloud cover, and solar radiation. And 4.51 is a file has a boundary condition. This is a boundary, the time in hour, and also the value of temperature value. So when we set up a model, we will need those files. And then we go to a model setup, model control, and we go to a salinity temperature page. You can see we already calculate the temperature, right? So we choose a constant water temperature. You can choose the spatial vary. So for water temperature, I choose constant. And for the 13.0.9, the temperature box is put above, not below that. So we have 18.85 as a constant initial temperature here. And then after that, we will read in the meteorological parameter. And so similarly, we can delete this one. Insert below, so we can import the value from here, from data, this file, 41, right? Yeah, so that's it. That's air, water, heat exchange. Calculated by those variable here, and also initial condition, and then we click OK. And next one we will do boundary condition. So this is similar to sea level rise. Assign boundary condition, and then we can see there's a tab for temperature, right? We check define temperature curve, and we click this icon. So we see the value here. So if you don't have value, you can import from the file. From the file, we just show you 4.51. You can click this one, so you can read the temperature value here. That's it. So you set up everything. Again, you either right-click this one, and then save, export, launch CMS flow. Or you can save a project first, and then export CMS flow, and then launch CMS flow. And I think here we already have some result here. This is still 720 hours. This is a monthly 30-day simulation. This is 30-day simulation. Yeah, but it takes some time to run. It takes I think more than maybe more than 10 hours to run. And so we already have some result here. You see the velocity, water surface elevation, and the temperature. And you can try to run this case. We already set up here. So it's ready to go. You can also get SMS file from scratch and read in initial condition or specify initial condition and read in boundary condition. Yeah, there's on the data folder, there's a technical note. Same for the salinity. Yeah, on the salinity data folder, there's a data set H5. So this data set is a initial condition after I run simulation, few days simulation. I get a salinity file. I save as a H5 data set. And then later on, I read this data set into CMS as a salinity initial condition. And then link this file to the model setup. So that's the initial condition for salinity. That's the file. I think that's about all the material I'm going to present. So, any questions? So Mitch already said tomorrow he prepared a 10 to 15 minutes presentation talking about CMS wave with structure. So the CMS wave from 11 to 13, the interface really doesn't change much. So it's still the setup if you know. But Mitch going to demonstrate the setup under 13, SMS 13. It may not have a big change. So after that, so we will open for hour to take your question. We can discuss some detail about what we talk about in the last few days.